Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to learn about how we can use standard function module in our SAP ABAP program or report. So let's quickly go to the SE37 code for checking the function module. So SE37 is the T code that you can use for checking the function module, or even you can create your own function module. So let's see, for example, I am going to show you this function module month underscore names underscore get, which is a standard function module. So you even can check like how it is standard function module, as it is not even started with Z or Y, which is the naming convention that you should follow. And as well as you can check in the attribute tab. So it's a remote enable function module. So there are three function modules, as you know. So we will be discussing this in detail as well. So like what are the types of function module, how we can use it, what are their purpose. And this is developed by SAP only, so it's a standard function module. So this function module basically gives you the all the months name if you pass the and in the different language as well. So let's see. Let me just quickly show you what are the importing parameters. So the importing parameters like language, like system language here. Then there is another parameter tab is like a return code, whether the size of bus is 0 or not. So if it's successful, it will be 0. Then there is a tab changing, which we don't have any such variable or tables. And then there is a tables tab. So in this table tab, we month underscore num parameter, we will be getting all the month name list. So it is of type T247. So let's double click here. We will see what are the fields here like language, MNR for month number, then KTX, one short text you can get from here. Then you can get month long text as well. Now go back again, see other tabs, exception tabs is there. So there is an exception that they have created, month names not found. Like if you are passing some different value and it is not there, it will get an exception. Then there is a source code tab, which we just saw. Now let's execute it and see the output of that. So if you execute it and language is by default EN and just execute it, you will get the values of months in this table. So let's execute it and see it. So if you see in the result here, you are getting 12 entries. So if you see here, you are getting four columns that we just discussed in that table type. So there you have a month number, one stand for Jan, it has a short text as Jan, and then long text is as January. So let's quickly go to the web editor program and see how we can use it, utilize it. So go to the change mode, we can disable it as of now, for example, and we can comment it. And then what I will be doing, I will be utilizing this function module, standard function module in our ABAP program. So for that, either you can even directly write your statement like call function something, and you can follow the pattern button here, just pass the function module number here and click on OK. It will automatically generate all the relevant exporting and importing exception parameters and with this isobars here. So what we need to do, we can and one more thing I would like to show you here, like in the import tab, if you see, you will get like there is an column optional and there is a pass by value as well. So if you tick on this optional, then you will not be asked this value whether you are executing from here or if you are like utilizing this function module in your web program. So either we can comment it or we can even uncomment it. So it is as per our requirements. And then there is a table. So now if you see, the month underscore name is a table. So what we can do, we can check the like table type. So here the table type is T247 and it refers to the transparent table. So T247 is a transparent table. So we need to declare similar kind of a thing here. For example, data LT month list type table of T2 T247 T247 you can give. And then what we need to do, we need to pass this thing here so that we can get all the values here in this table only. And do the pretty printer thing and try to do syntax check. It's all good. Activate it. So we can check here even size of RC, like if we are getting any error or not, we can uncomment this exception. It's best practice to include this exception. Do pretty printer again. If size of RC not equal to 0, we can write, like for example, write incorrect value, and else if size of RC is 0, we can write like correct value, something like that. Do the pretty printer and do the syntax. Yeah, syntax, there is no syntax error. Save it, and just even we can, what we can do, we can for example, let's see if here is a SAP sci language, right? And if I just go here and see the imported language, export, return code, changing tables. Okay, let me go again here and see how we can let me activate it first, and then let's put a breakpoint here. Let's see whether we have correctly utilized this function module or not. So execute it now. It will open the debugger, and now go to desktop 3. And if you just go click on this F5 button, it will take you this inside this function module. So if we don't want to go inside this function module and don't want to see whatever the code is there, so you can skip it using the key F6, or you can click on this button as well. So if I do F6 here, and before that, if I just double click on this, you will see we don't have any value yet. There is nothing in that. So let me do F6 now. Execute this FM F6. So yeah, we correctly passed the table import, like tables parameter type, for example LT month list. So LT month list, you will see that you are getting error. So if you want to click see the output in and large display, table display, you can say, so you will get this kind of output in your internal table. LT month list. So 1 stand for Jan, and then long text is January. This is short text, this is long text. So that is pretty useful when you develop some kind of large report and you don't need to manually do everything yourself. So you can do that in that way. So if I just click on here, size of RC is 0, that means it's successful. It will go to, let's do F5, it will go to expert and then execute. So you are able to see correct value because the size of RC is correct. So now what most important part in your function module is you need to take care of the this type. So you need to refer exact data type that you are seeing here, whether be it like any table type or be it any like for example any variable as well, or you can say any particular only field level only, for example any VBL and field is there, suppose. So you need to be very careful for that, because sometimes mostly we get error of that only, like it is incompatible something. So let me show you one example. For example, if I just give here something like this, for example, let me open S11 tcode and just give the reference of this our custom table that we created earlier, right? So go to again this here, and instead of this, just pass it here and do like this, comment it this and do syntax check and try to activate it. You will be able to activate it because at activation time it is not checking whether the data type is same or not. So now let me put a breakpoint again. So let's see what happens now. So go to execute and then see in the debugging what happens. So if you see now the LT month list has a type is Z header table because we commented this. So if you double click on this, you will see some kind of different, totally different type of this table. For example, there will be a VBLN field, there will be a date type and many other fields, amount, currency fields. So if I just do F6 here, you will get some kind of exception here, like month's name not found. It's a basic exception, or you can get even this exception as well. So let's see F6. Let's see whether we get a dump or we get exception. So let's do F6 here. So yeah, as we handle the exception here, that is why we are not getting any dump. But if you suppose you didn't mention this in your code and you are directly using this, so in that case, it will just give you some dump that you can check even in your ST22T code or something. So this time the size of RC is 0. And let's see. Okay, it has incorrectly filled this table because what's happening here is like for example, it doesn't have any importing parameter here. For example, we are not passing any importing parameter here. That is why it has just filled this table because it found some columns here and just filled it. But if you see here, you are getting some kind of incorrect format, right? E01 is coming here instead of different columns, so you're getting this this way. And even the we got the exception here, and now if you execute it here, you will see this because it somehow it passes the value here, but sometimes we don't pass the correct format as it doesn't have any exporting parameters, so that is why we are able to proceed further. Otherwise you would be getting some dump here. So as of now it just filled this value here, so that is why we were, but still it was a incorrect format, right? So you, what you need to do, you need to always pass the correct table type so that you get the relevant data in your relevant columns. That is the best practice that you need to follow here. So that was the whole point for like making this comment and uncomment again so that you can understand it better. So let me quickly show you another function module here as well. For example BAPI PO get details. So this is also kind of function module, or you can say a BAPI in other terms. So if you go to again attribute tab, it is again a remote enable function module. So that is for displaying purchase order detail, right? So again, you will see there is an importing parameter like purchase order number is there, then item is. So there are multiple parameters here that you can pass as an importing parameter. So based on that, you will get data in your either in exporting parameter like PO underscore header, PO underscore address, and as well as in your table level. So there are multiple tables where you can get the detail like PO header text will data will come in this here, then PO item level data will come here. Similarly, there are other as well. For example, history, confirmation, schedule. So there are different account assignment data is will be coming here. Then see exception. There is no exception they have provided. Source code is there that you can even check it at yourself. There will be some enhancement as well as per the requirement. So now let's go back again and try to execute it. So let's see what kind of data we have. Go to SE16 and equal to pick some value. So EKKO we have, just execute this table and just select any purchase document number or you can say PO number. For example, let's fetch for this 3011 something, and then you can pass it here. Purchase order field here, input. So item is clicked as a one of X. So that means we want data in the items table. So if you don't click here X, you will not get here data. So if I suppose I want data like header text, I want header detail as well. So let's quickly execute it. You will see the output here. So if you go to export parameter p underscore header, you will see all the header details are coming here, similar to SE16 table. If you see to November 2000 CRM remote and 3730 listener, like vendor number is there. So similarly, you will get here as well. Various details are there. So you can even click on this as well to see multiple values. You can scroll it down to see all other values. So vendor number is here, like it is was available in C16 and T code. So that way you can see the output of function module using SE37 T code as well. So as we pass the items as X as well, so you will be able to see there is an item, one item data is there, like 301002 is the PO item number. So for that there is a record. So that is how you can check first your function module in SE37 level and you can execute it, as well as you can what you can do, you can even create test data as well. So you can just click, you need to just click on save here, just pass any comment here, it will be saved along with the timestamp. So that is why you will be able to execute it later on when you can click on test data directly, as we don't have any, so it will not show any. So once you save, it will be showing started displaying in this button pop-up way. So this is how you can make use of function module, standard function module in your ABAP report program. So I hope you like this video. Please stay tuned for the upcoming videos. Thank you.